Alright guys, I'm about to introduce y'all to the best watch ever created. Now I don't know, but it is very expensive. How did that go? You think I should try again? Alright guys, we're about to test out the greatest watch made in history, or at least one of the most expensive watches. This thing costs about $200. It's a Nike Plus TomTom GPS watch used to track my running. But before we test it out, I'm going to do something real crazy. I'm about to do the best worm that anybody has ever seen. Can no one do the worm like me? I'm brilliant when it comes to the worm. So I'm going to show y'all. There. Alright, that was my warm-up. Now I'm about to do 400 meters. Alright, first we're going to show how this watch actually works. You press one of these buttons up here, and I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says run. So I got my history on here. It shows the times I ran. I guess the last 5 times. I think I only ran 5 times since I got this watch though. My records, the clock, and run. Once you click run, it got GPS on and shoe pod. The shoe pod is actually in my shoe right now, and I'll show that to you later. But then you click continue, and it's linking. Okay, it's taking a long time, so we're probably going to just edit this out. And alright, so it's ready now. So right when I press start, that's when I usually run. So I could hold it there until I'm ready to start running. Alright, I'm about to run a 400 meter just to test this thing out and to see if I actually got my money's worth. I paid $200. This junk better say 0.25 on the dot. So here we go. Okay, it says 0.26. Alright, so according to the watch GPS TomTom, whatever you want to call this thing, $200 watch, ran I ran 0.26, so it's a little inaccurate. I'd rather it be more than less though. That's just my preference. You know, it says I burned 34 calories. That's another thing that this thing does. It tells you how many calories you burn. I really don't know how it knows how many calories I burn, but in 1 minute and 5 seconds. Alright, so if you look, it says pause. I could either hit continue, and it'll continue that one, or I could hit end. I'm gonna hit end right now. It says job well done, blah blah blah. Shows me my miles per hour, which was 14.27, my calories, and my time. So it shows all that, and then it goes back to the regular time. It's 3:47. Okay, that hurts. Alright, yeah, all of that stuff with the worm, don't try that at home. You might hurt yourself. You know, I'm a professional athlete, you know, that runs on middle school tracks. So Don't try that at home. I'm about to test this thing out on my own, and I'll probably give y'all an update. I'm not gonna record it, you know, so I'm gonna probably run a couple of miles and see how accurate this thing really is. Alright, so here you can see I started the 400 meters, and the first mile, this is actually 3 miles of the 400 meters, or 3 miles on a track. And let's see how this GPS actually works. Mile 1 is actually a little bit behind the 400 meters. So the GPS is actually telling me that I'm running a mile faster, or this track is actually longer than 400 meters long. So this is the website that once you hook your GPS watch into the computer, there go mile 2. It's a little bit behind mile 1. And obviously you're going to be able to tell that mile 3 is going to be a little bit behind mile 2. But if you hook your GPS up to the computer, it takes you to this site, NikeRunning.nike.com, and here's mile 3 right there, and finished, did a 5K. But if I'm going if it's 0.26 on a lap, every every 4 laps is going to be 0.04 over, and it adds up. Oh yeah, it adds up. So is it worth it? Is it worth $200? In my opinion, I'll say yes. But what's your opinion?
Church is God's children. It's not a brick building where you can just sit in and chill in, but a fulfillment of the body of the one who was sent. And heaven is our residence. The church is God's children. It's not a brick building where you can just sit in and chill in, but a fulfillment of the body of the one who was sent. And heaven is our residence. Church started in Jerusalem, 1st century. They practiced fellowship the way Christ meant to be. Fam, do your history. God gave me epiphany. Now I see church as a community. But the way it's born today, not from the Bible. The focus got off of Christ, the heaven made me idols. You got different buildings with different names, but if we're all under Christ, then our name's the same. Let me explain. There's only one church with one head, and he's the one who rose up from the dead. But fam, who's your covering? It should be Christ, cause the